Hi! Today we are going to be talking about the FAFSA, which is the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. I sat down and talked to JT Andrews about his experience filing the FAFSA as an independent student.
If you are unsure you meet the basic eligibility requirements to file the FAFSA, please pause and read here.
Hi, my name is JT Andrew. I am a cinema production major here at Point Park with a concentration in producing, and I am a junior. Little, I was always like, I want to be a film director. I don't know where I learned the term or where I learned what that even was, but it was just like, I want to make movies. So, and when I got to high school, my best friend, then she was Caitlin Kirsting, but now she's Kat Kirsting, the infamous Kat Kirsting. We went to high school together, and she's here now. She's a senior, and we did theater together, and I saw how passionate she was about film, and she kind of reignited that spark in me. And we made a film together, a 22-minute short film in 2017. It was a short horror film, and that's what made me realize I can do this. I know what I'm doing. So I grew up with my father and my stepmother, and when I told them I wanted to go to film school, they were like, what can you do with that? The typical, like, you're going to be a starving artist. Not starving, may I just say, succeeding right now, but it was, that kind of thing. And then I kept on trying to negotiate, like, well, I'll commute, because I only lived 30 minutes from the city. I said, maybe I can commute to school, go to school that way. Made the agreements and stuff, and then week before graduation, they were like, you can't live here, you go to film school. So, naturally began making plans, and then a week after graduation, lots of stuff happened. But after June 1st, 2019, that was really my awakening, where it's like, if I want it, I have to fight for it. File it independently, so basically it means it's just you. You don't rely on anyone else to pay your bills. Your parents, like, you either have a circumstance where you don't speak to your family or your parents, and they can't help with FAFSA, or they're not in your life, and since you don't live with them, you can't qualify as a dependent of them. Or there's many different circumstances, but for me, it was I moved out of my parents' house, and we were all cut off. There were a lot of other things that went into it, some legal reasons, but after I moved out, a week after high school graduation, I was like, oh crap, how am I going to afford school? So it just turned into, after the FAFSA was filed, I went to the, financial aid office, student accounts, and I basically begged them. I was like, there has to be another thing. And so I got a professional judgment of appeal, which was to write a letter and send them all the backup supporting information to show why you are in the situation you're in. The school has to play a part in that process. You have to be really good at talking to people and communicating, and you have to believe and know that without a doubt you are the right fit to be an independent, because many students don't talk to their parents, or they don't live with them. They live with like a grandparent. It's just a place to stay during the summer months or the holiday breaks, like me. But I pay for all of my bills. So it just, you have to just understand that you're going to be told no at first sometimes. And it's just, you have to annoy them, because the money is there and the aid is there. You just have to essentially bug them until they realize, okay, let's fight for this person. If, say, you have already filed for your FAFSA, but something changed, and you're not going to have as much money in the family or for yourself, you do have to do the professional judgment of appeal. After I moved out, a week after high school graduation, I just like, oh crap, how am I going to afford school? So it just turned into, after the FAFSA was filed, I went to the, I think, financial aid office, student accounts, and I basically begged them. I was like, there has to be another thing. And so I got a professional judgment of appeal, which was write a letter and send them all the backup supporting information to show why you are in the situation you're in. They have you write it, or they'll have someone who knows your situation to back you up. Like my grandparents, they wrote the letter, but I signed it as, you know, witness or that kind of fun stuff. So, you know, it's basically just filling out that application and then submitting any materials that they request to prove your status. So a lot of it, I hold 3 different jobs on campus. One of them is the tutoring center, and then one of them is a work study. I work with the university in any way I can. If you're affiliated with them, if you can find somewhere where you can get money off of free housing, which that's what I do with the Office of Student Life. I work many jobs during the summer, usually work 3 jobs. So yeah, it's a lot of making ends meet. The biggest sacrifice is people. You know, sacrificing the ones that drag you down, or the ones that you love to be around, but you need to focus on your academics. It's just, you know, realizing that you are important, and anyone who gets in the way is not. It might be harsh, but I tell people all the time, like, if you're gonna be in the way of me achieving this, no offense, I'm gonna choose this. What's gonna help you in the long run? So it is a lot of just sacrificing those people. The independent status and, you know, all of that stuff I went through has helped me be a better producer, because if you can lead yourself and find a way, like, problem solve for yourself, you can problem solve for others. So all of that stuff has guided me to where I am now. It is up in the air, but right now I'm starting to prepare for the LSATs, because I plan on going to law school after this. So I have about 4 more years of school, because I'm a junior, so I still have senior year here, but I do intend on getting my law degree, and I would love to work as a producer. I have a small independent studio I run right now, and I would like to get that up, be much bigger, but after I get my law degree, if I, you know, that's more so as a producer, the more legal stuff I know, the better. So you can never know too much as a producer. Either produce, or if I don't like working with films anymore, then I can go to entertainment law, because I love legal stuff and I love paperwork for some reason.